cut it. It's way too high, you need to cut it. It's way too high, you need to cut it.
Now watch me whip. Now watch me nay nay. Okay. Now watch me whip. Watch me nay nay. Why me do?
Just went
It goes down in the field.
Yeah. My left stroke just went viral.
I love it.
Kumasi's most vibrant airspace. Love 99.5 FM.
Everyone listen to me.
Experience the joy.
All right, we are airborne. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I hope you're good. It's Saturday. It's 4 p.m. Please allow me to make some noise in your ear a bit. Allow my friends as well. It's the first edition of Showbiz Extra, and we're all excited to be with you this afternoon. The very first edition. My name is ANITA. Thank you so much for tuning in to your station, Love 99.5. You always get to experience joy here and nowhere else. Just keep it here on Love 99.5 for Showbiz Extra. So I told you earlier through all of our promos that I have some fun friends. Now let me introduce my fun friends for you, and then we'll talk about what we are doing. You know already, my name is ANITA. The first fun friend I have here is called Hakeem. You know Hakeem from the private party. Used to be called DJ Gunshot. Now he's called Hakeem. Hakeem, hi. Thank you so much.
Hi.
Welcome to Showbiz Extra.
Oh man, it's good to be here.
It's good to have you on board because I know how much fun we can have with you.
Absolutely, but I miss you really.
Thank you.
I miss you.
Miss you.
You're looking fly.
Thank you.
And I love that stuff.
It happens.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It happens. Charlie, that's what's up. All right, so that's Hakeem. Thank you so much. And I have a new girl that you're going to fall in love with very soon. Her name is Portia. Hi, Portia.
Hello, ANITA.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Are you excited about Showbiz Extra?
I'm excited. I'm super excited. I actually had a dream about it last night. It wasn't a good dream, but then
you dreamt about it.
I had a dream about it last night.
What did you dream of? What was it about?
I was here, but then it wasn't a very good one. It was weird. But
you had a weird dream about Showbiz Extra. Thank you for the vote of confidence. We appreciate that. Very, very, very nice. So that's Portia for you. You're going to be hearing a lot of Portia soon. She's very opinionated. I like that. And of course, our very own Mr. Hemmons. Hi, James. How are you? Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
I am happy you're here. Do you know why?
Sister,
because you love music. You cannot do music.
Yes.
But I like the fact that you know so much about the entertainment world. I like that. So thank you so much for joining us. So you're excited about Showbiz Extra?
My name here is not James Hemmons.
What's your name here?
The Taddy Boy.
You're the Taddy Boy. All right. So we use him as the Taddy Boy. When it comes to Mr. Hemmons, that's his job. He's into promotions and stuff. So that will be for his official stuff. But for the Showbiz Extra, that's the Taddy Boy. The Taddy Boy. So of course, thanks so much for tuning in. I've introduced you to my fun friends. I'm going to introduce you to what we do. Now on Showbiz Extra, we're going to keep you updated with what is happening in the entertainment world. News, views, reviews, things you've got to know, who you need to know, what you need to know about the entertainment circle. And please, it's not going to be a music show. So it's going to be lots of talk, lots of interaction. And I am so excited to have Mr. Amanziba join us as well. You see, I told you I have very fun friends. I do. So Amanziba Fifi Smith. Hi, good afternoon. Thank you so much for coming.
Good afternoon, Kriya.
Hi. Are you excited to be here?
Yes, I am.
Showbiz Extra.
Yes, yeah, you're looking sweet.
Thank you. Thank you. Charlie, you have rings in your hat. Is it a new thing?
Come again.
You have rings in your hat.
These are medals.
Oh, medals. So you're going to be adding on. By the time you probably realize it's full.
Yeah, for carrying how do you call it, the caps for years. Yes.
Oh, that's good.
I've got thousands of them. Yeah.
That's good.
Your top looks like Kum Lao. You know Kum Lao.
All right, so this is what happens on the Showbiz Extra. We're going to just take a trip down with Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa would give us weekly updates, what is happening around the world. And then we'll come back to the round table where we'll have stories for you. We're going to keep it really short, really simple. We bounce off stories off each other. We'll let you know what we're thinking about it. We're not going to be doing our opinions too much. Oh, I don't think what. We just tell you what is real and what is not. And it's all right here on Love 99.5. And our super interviews, I am super excited this artist. I love this dude. I love his music, and I'm happy he's the first to be on Showbiz Extra. Bisa K there would be here for our interviews, and we're talking to Sammy Flex from Xylophone. Xylophone Media is the most talked about media house in Ghana right now. You must have heard about the signing of Shatta Wale for about $1.5 million. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about all that is happening in the camp. They're signing, what they have for the future, and how much money they're wishing to pump. So far, about $35 million. So we'll talk about that as well when we speak to Sammy Flex. And then you come in. Now imagine if you were Xylophone. You have a big brand, a big house like Xylophone, and you have two artists. We're going to mention their names, Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy. They're now part of your group. You're going to manage these two amazing artists. Who are you going to concentrate the most on? That's what we're asking on. If you had them working for you, Shatta Wale, Stonebwoy, who would you concentrate on the most? Who do you think would give you more money, basically? Who do you think would give you more fame, more name, more reach, whatever? So let us know. We'll let you know when it's time. Of course, we'll activate the phone lines, and then you get to call us. So we are very, very happy. Very, very, very happy that you're listening to Love 99.5. We'll start soon. Keep it here on Love FM.
Went bye. Sit down, yeah. Sit down,
We're all seated. Now let's get to the entertainment news. This is Mona Lisa taking us on to what is happening around the world of entertainment. Let's hear it.
It's another Saturday. Good afternoon and welcome to the weekly trip down our entertainment show, Showbiz Extra, with me, Mona Lisa. We've got the hottest topics trending this week. Well, many people in Ghana have been wondering why Xylophone Media has been pumping in a lot of cash into the creative arts industry since its inception last year. It is estimated that the entertainment firm has so far invested close to $30 million from the big signing of artists, but the reason and secrets were brought to light during the grand signing and unveiling of dancehall king Shatta Wale at the offices of Xylophone Media, East Legon, Accra. Now, Shatta Wale also added, the signing onto a record label like Xylophone Media has always been his dream for more than 10 years now. According to him, when he was on his own, he had challenges with marketing, distribution, branding, and production. And since the label has now taken over that aspect of his work, he will now stop talking and focus more on producing hit songs. He has assured fans that his rivalry with fellow artist Stonebwoy was far from over minutes after he signed on to a new management. Well, the two act rivals appear to have settled their differences, especially after they performed on the same stage a couple of times ago. But now he is saying that Stonebwoy is his brother at Xylophone, but an enemy in town.
I go buy anything I want to. If I collect, I go spray money for club. If I collect, I go.
Now, veteran Ghanaian actor Sama Josefio has opened up about how his mistress maltreated his children when he brought them to stay with him in Cape Coast. Popularly referred to as TT by lovers of TV program Taxi Driver, Mr. Josefio recounted how he left his wife and children to follow his mistress to Cape Coast. With a tear-streaked face, the actor revealed how the lady maltreated his children, especially his daughter. According to him, his daughter was sexually abused by the woman who allegedly inserted the heel of her shoe into the girl's private part.
No more means so up any baby afa, and I mean so my pen baby afa. Now I can't quadano. I was doing the wrong thing. In fact, they hear me up and say my jamming quadano. And last year, I had to bring the children to Cape Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, I got them to Cape Coast. And no never say I said no pra. I do the year in quadano. A year pass and quadano and catch them in them. If they had, by this time I was serving either a life sentence in prison or I would have murdered somebody. Trust me. Somebody who could drive a heel into the vulva of my daughter. So if you know my traffic man, no be fra quadano for bedroom. No be boom keke. Just obebu no na akwadaa no so di ni heel way oka je buewu nan mu no di ni heel no asi sebi ni yase na o piton say.
In a period where there's something called mobile money love, people will certainly attack any individual who preaches against men sending mobile money to their women. Well, actress Fela Makafui in a post on Instagram indicated that men are moved by independent women and therefore there is the need for women to strive for greatness and not for what men can give them. She categorically said that women should not take mobile money from men. Her comments have earned her several attacks on social media as women who depend on their men for all they have seems not to get her drift. Well, the latest to attack her is colleague actress Christabel Eke.
My friend, sit down. Mobile money is always big. What do you mean? What do you know? What do you know? Send me your number. Let me send you mobile money if you reject it. Oh, free. Oh, free. Oh, free.
Councillor Luchwart has said parents who cannot tell their aging children to leave their homes and get married are witches and wizards. According to him, it is imperative that when one becomes of age, he or she settles down with a man or woman of his or her choice in order to form their own families. But if such is not done, parents need to let them know they are of age and need to settle. He indicated that female actresses, for example, are aging and need to settle down with men who can enjoy their body because with time their value will fail and they will be forced to get married to just anybody because they will no more be spoiled for choice. Prophet Nicholas Asai, aka KUMA, has often proved that he's not your ordinary kind of pastor. The self-styled man of God has managed to win lots of admirers in the country owing to his huge sense of humor. Well, in its latest episode, KUMA has revealed how he got his name and it has to do with his time as a man of God in the US. Whilst telling the story, he had to pronounce states such as Massachusetts, Connecticut, and the city of Los Angeles. And as usual, he ended up injecting doses of humor in his narration, especially with his unique pronunciations.
Latin kumchacha asiali obi nyamedini ye duma enyame sawana so ebi me call America e ko ye duma wa America ache me call state we say yeah Connecticut me call ye duma Connecticut and am ye duma so e Los Angeles and am san ko ye duma Massachusetts and am ko ye duma mu ye no and nyame fa so sabi my consonant said it fashion and the beam air off and the other father so my papa on the idea of the money kumchacha actually no one say Latin casa will be a yamadi Latin friends kum no just so chacha.
It's been with me on Showbiz Xtra, Mona Lisa Frimpong, and on the show goes with your beautiful Anita.
Love 99.5 FM.
On air and online.
Yeah, this is not about punchlines. Yeah, for the deep and the shallow too. It's about time. Real talk. Yeah. You gotta tell them. You gotta let them know. Tell it the time we be kiss. Asana when you be who fatani cake. Send your Christmas and leggy mommy poppy hog will be now my visit. Hog when the Diana get rich. I could consider that your love so you thick. If you need a reading and near ball, this hospitality machine. Ghana, Capena Ghana, Bebuan in your Ghana. Asana get Baba Ghana near Frabu Chaba, no one in your Ghana, Nim. Forget the Lebanese to me then the work a Ghana in Sakoshe Jemu. I get then a Chinese, no mum the two Ghana good my assassin demo. Like a fool and in the wine, so that you must assassin your man and name. Yes, I want to suffer Katanka, Nayankoyan Kishanumu one day. The biggest promo to Niger. We know the sea vice versa. Okwana Congo to Ghana, no. So how do you PM Sasha will lie? The artists be screaming and rather your breath. Tired of living a lie with the breath. The truth is the artists be paying the artists that you need to miss it to game now your breath. Operation Kwana hit it to a friend. The first one was a dead man the check. The bit in my bone, you will be down on your breath. Hey, to be see MTV Sound City Ghana ni baako na Naija for me 30 pen. Hold me while alone, the only Naija no control ya they pushing your own. Who feel it so for you cool? And nothing na be me cool. Do. Tribu sum na block anymore. Ya me flow can never just shine. Oh yeah, the guy. I can be some lie with the fake smiles they go make like they be great guys. You go dig aside, always they go back like big lies. If the big lie, you for take guy. You kuya who die, you who see school. Bigger than a couple for you. Tell them together the stronger, the bigger, the larger you. Tell them divided we way that departed we fade as
Love 99.5 FM.
And online.
Ghana must go. Yeah. Ghana must go. Ghana must go. Sit down, young folk. Sell must go. Ghana must go. Sit down, young town. Ghana must go. Ghana must go. Ghana must go. Share new band. Ghana must go. Spending the vanity, more than humanity, pushing popularity, more than the quality. Politics, still on the party check country, so who be patriotic? It's always the topic, and then necessarily they will try to have capacity, they will seek out for the bribery. Telling your enemy, it's in your family, your man, the feeding there, they say, come over, you are tease, you who that tease. And get then I want to mess your BB. It's in a hit, why I am with things said that day, my own and the peace. Creative ask, need respect, tell the parliament to check the budget. It's to get this election and rare, send a my musician the target. DJ push your tease. On what on Medana say. No such a chain who go in so many who for now find one thing. Name of Moody and Tony Q and then interest ID. On Shogusu, name of Matis to hit ya. And just a way in your man. DJ Lubuno, artist the DJ and now. The dynamic be a gum. Some proud with Kobe jam. And you're my brother wedding them. Tell them together we rise like Christ in the tomb on the third day. And you depend on your men, I may still will pick on my grandma on your birthday. Even when they feel it, they be like it, even when you kill it, they be like my money to an answer my blog it. Open once and bonnie and check for not trendy. And I can't concern it, kill it, call it, speed it, stick it, to be real, it's Ghana show the hits. Hey, Ghana do yeah, the masters and real is a PhD away, you great. 10. Hold him down. PhD.
All the hits. I love this station.
Love 99.5 FM.
Well, there's a new one coming from Flo Kingston doing the real talk. I think this is like the hottest song he's ever done. He's done so many hot songs. This one is the hottest. That's real talk. Absolutely. You love it?
Oh,
we love it. You love it. You've been rapping to it. I thought you were there.
Of course. The song dropped last Saturday. It dropped last Saturday, and then I think we premiered it on the show on the private party last Saturday. Cool. It's an absolute. It's a wicked tune. This is Flo King was basically talking what is really happening in the entertainment industry. It's amazing. He touched on different issues, different topics, different subjects.
It's real talk. It's a real talk.
I just hope to see this song being nominated. Hopefully.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. We'll be talking about that, some other time. Okay, so let's get to the round table. It's time for us to be, diving in what is happening around the world of entertainment. Mona Lisa just, refreshed our minds what is happening. So we are going to start with the big one. Xylophone signing Shatta Wale. Xylophone has signed Shatta Wale, and people are speculating the money involved is about $1.5 million, giving Xylophone not creative control, but giving Xylophone control over production, over marketing, over branding. But creative control is solely for Shatta Wale. So we're going to be talking about it. What do you think, Jane? Taddy boy, what do you think of the signing? Excited about it, or you think there's something?
I am happy, particularly for Ghana music, because this is the kind of investment we've been waiting for a long time now to hit the music industry, to unearth and push the artists and the talent we have in the industry. The amount's huge, but it's worth it. Because you're talking about Shatta Wale, a big act in the industry. So, fine, you may have reasons to think it's huge, but then it's worth it. It's really worth it. 1.5 million, even though Xylophone has come out to deny that amount.
That's a Rolls Royce.
Of course, with a mansion as well.
And a mansion as well. I didn't know about the mansion. I said about the Rolls Royce.
They give you a little coin for goodwill. I mean, you've worked on your brand, you've created some image, so they give you something little who they don't name. So it's a huge package. I am particularly happy for the Ghana music industry and the guys they've signed. I think this is going to make the guys work work hard. Those who are aspiring to be on this particular record label would work hard to make sure that they are there, and it's good for the industry. Trust me.
I was listening to Ruben earlier this afternoon, and he was talking Kofi Kinata and talking
Kofi Kinata. All these are
why
guys
he wants to sign everybody.
You see, I've read a little about them, and their purpose is that they want to give Ghanaian musicians reason to love what they do. And what I love about Xylophone is that they say the war is not between Ghanaian musicians. They shouldn't be amongst musicians in the country. Let me put you together, give you the kind of leverage you're supposed to get, so we fight the world. You get it? So it's a matter of making sure he gives Ghanaian musicians a common front. Then we fight the world.
Amazing stuff.
It's not a matter of between let's come together, unite, have a very strong backing, and fight the world. And that's what they are doing.
Amanziba, what do you think? Excited about the signing?
Not really.
You're not excited about it?
Not really.
Well, because you know why? Is it jealousy? Are you jealous?
No. Okay, what it is that I am looking out for an entity or a record label that will come and say, yes, we are going from the scratch to the top.
What is wrong with working with something that was worked already?
Okay, let me give you a typical example. In 1994 or 1993 to up there about, when PDD came with Barber Records, he had what's the name? Craig Mack. He had the late BRG. He had Shine. He had Nico Sherenzenga. He had what's the name? Maze. He had Mavis Stace. A whole lot of them. Nobody knew them. He brought them to limelight.
That's their thing.
No,
that's for them. It shouldn't work for everybody.
Who are those relevant during that time?
James, please. When you were talking, I had quite a lot of things that I could have said, but I kept quiet. What happens is that, you see, when you are growing an industry, to sustain the industry, you need to start from somewhere. Kotoko can never tell me that they would want to be on top. They won't grow. Who should grow for you? Who should go for you?
But they signed
No.
But they've signed KUMA Guitar. KUMA is a big star. I mean, he's a star, but not such a big star. And they've signed him.
I'm not disputing what Xylophone is doing. They are doing well. What they are doing, I am happy that they are doing this. But again, my question is that where have they brought KUMA Guitar? Where have they brought what's the name? Obibini? Where have they brought this guy?
He's been tasked to do 4 albums in the period they've signed him. 4 albums, which normally they wouldn't do. Obibini doesn't have an album yet, but per the contract, you're supposed to release 4 albums, and that means you're going to work. That's the point, and that's the contract. You have to give
so that's
4
their contract.
Albums. Yes.
Posha, what do you think? You're excited about the signing?
James didn't allow me to speak.
Oh, James didn't allow you. You have something else to say.
No, he didn't allow me.
Okay, let me give you a minute. A minute to wrap up your thoughts.
I am expecting an entity that will say, you see the way, what's the name? Richie came out with this voice.
The Links.
The Links. He brought quite a couple of guys in the industry. Nobody knew them. He brought them up. But then what happens is that with managerial aspect and the groundworks, financially, Links didn't have that muscle up there.
Okay.
Right. If they didn't have
that, wasn't that a risk Links took? Per se, because when they became big, they all left him. So what happens if I use somebody who's already big to grow my business? I'm a businessman.
Listen, that artist you are saying that who is already there. Shatta Wale has played shows in Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, US, whatever. Now I'm asking, what else again the Shatta Wale needs to go to every footballer's biggest career in his life is to go to World Cup.
So we are targeting Grammy.
Grammy. So now is he going to pay money for the Grammys for Shatta Wale to go and jump on their platform?
No, I think when Shatta was speaking on yesterday Ghana Connect, the biggest problem that he had was combining everything
marketing
with Shatta movement, marketing, doing his own branding, doing distribution, plus creative control. Once that these are all taken away from him, he can concentrate on making his music good.
That brings to mind and also makes this young chap on the blog, what's his name, Kim Promise. He has a new song called Selfish. Let me use that word right in whatever I want to say. What happens is that you see, as an artist, when you are coming in, every entity when it's coming up, what you have to put in mind first is what we call management.
Yeah.
If you lack those things, nothing you do that you rise. When you get up there, it becomes very difficult. You fumble or you struggle to get up there. Now, when you become a star, every cock and bull feels he can manage you because now you are attractive.
Exactly.
Do you understand it? And this is the case when Shatta had Bulldog, things were not working. I spoke to Shatta, came here into the studio, myself and his management. I spoke to them on some grounds that these are the things ABC that I feel what you guys should do. Firm things well so that Shatta will be the artist whose aim will be do the music for us. Let's also concentrate on the show aspect, and others also concentrate on the business aspect.
Okay.
You understand it?
I think that's what they're doing right now. They took your advice. Are you happy?
But no,
they're putting all of that to xylophone now.
Listen. They had left Shatta Wale out there. Now Shatta, Shatta Wale is not the kind of artist that you can tame.
He said because of his hot-headedness, that's why people thought he would not be able to
He mentioned that I'm not going to talk. Now that I have a brand manager.
I said this is just for the camera.
So we'll talk about Shatta Wale soon, because all of that I am trying to imagine Shatta Wale now being tamed. What does that mean for his brand? Because all that we know of Shatta Wale is controversy, all the crazy.
He's being tamed now. He's being tamed now.
He's tamed.
That's the definition of good.
Tame means challenge.
Tame is relative.
Let's go around, guys. Portia, what do you think? Are you excited? Are you a Shatta movement fan? I
am a Shatta movement fan, but then I actually agree with Amanza Bahe. It's kind of like you can compare them taking someone as an artist as big as Shatta Wale, who's already made his name and everything, to schools that take saying, okay, we're taking only those with 8 ones or whatever, just 8 students, and then we call ourselves a good school. How did you contribute to? Yes, because right now, no.
Sorry, you know what? You see, we need not to make it seem as if these guys just blew up signing big guys. They have a plan. I don't intend to be a PR for xylophone, but their plan is that they have a xylophone art club, which is going to harness and nurture talent.
Yes, okay, fine. But James, you're not into Dixon anymore. But I'm talking about those that.
All right, so let's talk to Sammy Flex. He's here, so let's get to him, and then we'll talk about all of that. We'll put all of our minds at ease. Sammy, hi, good afternoon. Hello, Sammy.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
I am doing amazing, and I hope you're also good.
I am good. I'm excited for you guys. Very, very excited. Are you guys excited about the new signing?
Oh, sure. I think we have been excited over every move we have made since we started the business of Namibia. And it is our hope that we will be able to even achieve higher strikes like we have done with the few months that we've been in existence with the industry.
I'm wondering, and that's what I've been wondering since the signing. What happened? What informed Shatta Wale's signing? What did you see, and what do you wish to achieve with him?
All right. I think I would say it is a business decision. As an organization, every year you take stock and you ask yourself, what can I add and what can I subtract to be able to keep to development and to be able to keep to the standards. And after sitting with management, we know that we have made some strides since we came into the industry. And we believe that when we add up some 1 or 2 artists, they will also add up to the growth we are looking for. Yes, the artists we've signed since last year, they have all been amazing. They have all done well in projecting telephone media. They've all brought home the necessary investments that we wanted them to bring home. They have been able to do enough, and that we thought that in moving forward we can even amass more strength from the industry. Some people who we believe can also come together to make the team formidable. We can put all these people together to move forward. That is what brought the Shatta Wale addition. And we believe that over the years, Shatta Wale has been phenomenal in our music industry. He is one artist that you can bank your hopes on, both in the numbers and in terms of appeal. So as a business entity, knowing what we want to achieve, we decided that adding him to the team or to the numbers we have for music wouldn't be a bad idea. We opened negotiations, and he also agreed, and this is how far we have come so far.
I'm interested in what you guys agreed on. So he's going to give you control over, his managing him, brand, marketing, and you guys are going to give him control over his music. What is the arrangement like? Because we're not seeing the contract. I would love to have a glimpse of what you guys really agreed on.
All right, so the contract with Shatta Wale is actually going to be a 360 contract, where Xylophone Media will take care of his distribution, he will take care of his marketing, he will take care of his promotion, he will take care of his recording, and we will also be managing him as well. So almost everything Shatta Wale, as much as it is music, Xylophone Media is going to have our signature on them, and he has also agreed to the terms. And I believe that when it comes to control, when it comes to releases, Xylophone Media is still going to handle that, because now his business is our business. Whatever he does, we will be responsible for it, and we are going to account for it. So it is a total management deal, and Shatta Wale is ready to cooperate with us to do this.
Okay, so if I want to use Shatta Wale for a program, for a show, I have to get to Xylophone and not any other management team.
Oh, exactly. I'm sure even if you should go to any other management team, they will still advise you to do the right thing, or better still, they will advise you to do the honorable. That is to work with the official management team handling Shatta Wale. So in either ways, Shatta Wale is going to win, and Xylophone Media is going to win, whether through another person or whether through Xylophone Media. But then to advise you so you can quicken your steps, I would say that if you get access to Xylophone Media team officially, I'm sure it will help, and it will also save you time.
Okay, so we all know Julio, Shatta Wale's manager, and Shatta Movement. What happens to them? Julio, has his position changed now? Are you maintaining him? What happens to the family, the Shatta Movement family? What is happening to them as well?
Oh, nothing happens to them. They are still going to be under SM Movement, as they call themselves, the militants. They are still going to be the militants to the King Shatta Wale. What we believe is that officially the deal is between Shatta Wale himself and Xylophone Media, but everything he's also doing alongside, we are not barring him from doing it. We are not putting any ban on him doing any other thing. It's business. Whatever he's doing, he can also continue, as much as it does not conflict with what we are going to do with him. We are okay, because I believe he also has a different set of people managing the affairs of the militants and the rest of the people who are with him. So I'm not sure there's going to be a big bother to our business. Our business is to make sure
you avoided my question, Sammy. What happens to Julio? Is Julio still on his team? Is he still Shatta Wale's manager?
Julio.
Yeah,
Julio is still Shatta Wale's manager. Our system at Xylophone Media is like that. Every artist has a manager who doubles as a road manager, and when you come in-house, we have the artist and repertoire manager, who is the overall manager of all the artist managers. And in this case, at Xylophone Media, Bulldog Nana Esiema Hansen is the person playing that role, and the other artist managers are also there doing their thing. So nothing has changed. Julio is still going to be Shatta Wale's manager. Okay,
well, let's talk about music. Shatta Wale can produce about over 100 songs a year. Is he still going to be able to do that? Are there restrictions on how many he can release in a year?
As much as it doesn't affect business, if it is good for business, I'm not sure it is going to be something we're going to restrict him. It is talent. Sometimes you can't restrict talent. The more you restrict talent, you will not let the person be productive. So if he feels that he wants to release even 1,000 songs, it is just a matter of hinting management that, okay, this is what I want to do. If he tells us he wants to do it, we're not going to prohibit him from doing it. I'm not sure it is going to affect us in any way. All that we have to do is to capitalize on the songs that he is releasing and look for ways to market them, look for ways to distribute them, and we are good to go. But the only thing I can add up is henceforth we are going to be more commercially oriented with what he's going to put out, unlike before.
Okay. Okay. I think some of my friends want to ask you a couple of questions. Everybody's hand is up. Some of you are in trouble. And I'm going to start with Amanziba. Amanzaba, ask Sammy something.
Yeah, Sammy, good afternoon.
That is the work. That is the work I'm supposed to do. So let them feel free and come up with their questions.
Sammy, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
This is Amanzaba.
Hey, Chief. How are you doing?
I'm not bad. I'm doing well. Sammy, let me ask. Under this management, what is the span or the duration of this very contract, and how many albums Shatta is supposed to release under this contract?
All right, so the duration is 3 years. We signed a 3 years contract, which is subject to be renewed. We can renew it when 3 years is due, and we think we want to move on with the contract. We can renew it. With the number of albums, Shatta has not been given any limited number of albums to produce. Like I said earlier, he can, as an artist, as much as his talent can put out, he can try to put out. It's not up to us to manage it in terms of maybe saying that with all the 100 songs that he's released, we're going to put 20 on every album and say we've released 5 albums. So there is no limitation of that. As much as his power and his talent can, his creativity can let him do, we are ready to also assist and to support
All right.
him.
All right, thank you. Next question, Hakeem.
Hello, Sammy.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Sammy. This is Hakeem.
Yes, Hakeem. How to do, boy?
Okay, good. Good to have you on the show.
Nice one.
Now, let me quickly ask. We all know Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy. Stonebwoy is part of your group, right? You have already signed Stonebwoy.
Hakeem, your line is shaking.
I'm saying you have already signed Stonebwoy. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Stonebwoy is on our label already.
Very well. Now you have now signed Shatta Wale. Now these are two artists doing the same genre of music, and these are the superstar dancehall artists we have in Ghana. Now, is it advisable? Don't you think it is very dangerous signing these two people? These are big. They have their own issues. Don't you think there's going to be a problem with egos? It is like signing both Lionel Messi and Ronaldo in the same team. Don't you think this is dangerous? Is it advisable? Because this is unprecedented.
I think question asked. Let's get to it. Sammy.
Okay. First of all, if you want to win big, you have to go for the big ones. Xylophone Media, we want to win big. No two ways about that. That is why we are always heading towards the big ones. And the second one is that you talk about whether it's going to be difficult to work at, or whether they are going to fight over egos. I'm not sure. We are going to. It is not something we're going to face. Now, this is what we are doing at Xylophone Media. Every artist has his or her management team. So, Stonebwoy, he has his management team. Shatta Wale, he has his management team. Becca, Kumegita, Obibini, and Joyce Blessing. They all have their calendars. They all have the activities that they want to do. So, if, for instance, Shatta Wale wants to do this, he can go ahead to do it. Same way, if Stonebwoy wants to do this, he can also go ahead to do this. We don't see where they are going to have clash of egos, because everyone has their priority. And as much as you present your calendar to Xylophone Media, it is up to management to provide you with the necessary resources that you want to do. So with them, it is going to be more business in-house. In-house, it is going to be more business in-house. It is up to the fans to accept the business, or they are also going to see it as maybe the rivalry or something that was back to us, and them, it is business, and they all understand it as such.
All right, thank you. Final question for you, and then we can call it a day.
Bazami.
Yes, sir.
So you guys are doing a good job. Mine are two questions. First, who is next to expect on your label? And
that's a good one.
And the second question is, who's next? Which big deal?
Because that's what we're all excited about. Who's going to be next?
The second question is...
okay, so what's the next question?
My second question is this. We all know how Shatta broke into the scene and the position he actually given himself in the market. Much is driven by controversies here and there. He's on social media throwing jabs at people, ranting at people and all that. Is this going to limit him? Are you going to work on his personality and his public engagement?
No. First of all, the first one was who is next on the label. The next person on the label can be discussed even tonight. It can be discussed tomorrow morning and can be discussed any other day. It is a business decision. Management, anytime we sit together to plan for the growth of the company, we take. So if maybe we sit down today and we think the next The next person we have to bring on board is Ruben of Love FM. Definitely, we'll surely go for Ruben. If it is the lady I'm talking to, we will surely go for her. And again, you asked about the Shatawale's ways and needs. Yes, that is why we are in as his management people. And he has understood that he is ready to collaborate with us, and we are also ready to collaborate with him. As management people, it is up to us to manage whatever situation he will go through. Whether it will be defined as good or bad, it is up to us to manage it. And we are trusting that with his new position, with his new ways of working now, everything will be fine. We are not going to have problems with that. We want to accept it.
Okay. Sami, thank you very much for the Ruben one we heard.
We want to offer
I had mine as well. My name is Anita. In case you want it, you have it. It's Anita. Anyway, so listen, confirm or deny. We have heard Kofi Kanata. We've heard Fancy Gadam next to be signed to xylophone. Confirm or deny?
Oh, I've also heard Sarkodie. I've heard
now you're being smart. So I mean, it's good. It was good talking to you. We'll be doing this soon. I hope very, very soon. I really appreciate your time.
Sure,
and congratulations to you guys. I can feel you guys are very excited, and I wish you guys all the best. Thank you very much. All right, you're still tuned into Love 99.5 Showbiz Extra. Stay tuned.
Freedom. Shut up. My name be Shatta. What? Freedom.
Alright, you're still tuned into Love 99.5 Showbiz Extra. I'm serious, that's what we do here. There's always so much energy, and it's going to continue like this every Saturday from 4 to 6. But today we're going to be closing at 5:30 to make way for the match. EPL Live, who's playing?
Arsenal Everton.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be live on radio. Keep it here. Charlie, I don't know. I don't watch. Anyway, pardon me. So Arsenal Everton will be playing EPL tonight. So keep it here on Love 99.5. Moving on. Portia has something to say.
Yes, I do. And I've been itching to talk about this since I found out about it. And since I watched it on, I actually watched the excerpts on Yvonne Okoro's Instagram. Parents who do not tell their aging children to marry are witches and wizards, according to Councillor Lutrot. Let me just finish. Don't worry, let me finish. Councillor Lutrot has said that parents who cannot tell their aging children to leave their homes and get married are witches and wizards. According to him, it's imperative that when one becomes of age, he or she settles down. Actually, let me say she settles down, because he was stressing on the women, not even the men. She settles down with the man or with the man of his or her of his choice, of his or her choice. Let me just use that, in order to form their own families. But if such is not done, parents need to let them know they are of age and need to settle. He indicated that the actress, for example, is aging and needs to settle down with a man who can enjoy her body because
I call you counselor.
Because with time her value, in quotes value, that's what he said, value will fall, and she'll be forced to get married to just anybody because she will no more be spoiled for choice.
Do you guys see Truth?
No. Let her
finish reading.
Oh, you finished reading?
But I have
all right.
Okay.
You have a minute.
Yes. First of all, let me say the actress that he was talking about was Yvonne Okoro.
Okay.
Yes, and he said that to her face. let me, Counselor, I don't even know if he really his license to be a marriage counselor is real. I don't know. I do not know. It's real. So he tells people this. He tells married, this is the kind of advice that he gives to me.
He actually says worse things.
Don't agree. You don't agree.
But I do not agree at all. Okay. At all. The best thing to happen to a woman isn't to get married. It isn't.
What is it?
What is it?
You know what? Let me say something. The same men. Wait. The same men who say that women are supposed to, you can't just enter a marriage and not do anything and depend on the man and blah blah blah. Are the same men saying this? What if the woman just sits down and says, okay, fine, I'll just wait for a man to just swoop in and sweep me off my feet, whatever, and then take care of me. When it gets to a point, he say, I married you and blah blah blah. When you ask him for money, you bite your head up. It's not if she has her own money. She's independent. She's made a name for herself. She's really.
I have the address for Pepper that ministry.
Oh my God!
What do you think?
You know what?
Is that truth? Some truth to it.
First of all, I totally agree on this.
You agree with him?
I don't agree with Councillor Lutron on many occasions, but on this,
he himself is also not married. It's not married. It's aging.
So who is talking?
It's not married.
It's more like shut up. It's more like shut up. You don't have an opinion right now, please. I beg you, no opinion. And you also don't have an opinion.
But I'm supposed to finish.
What's you have an opinion? I'll let you wrap up, Fifi. But you have
you see, the truth hurts. It really hurts. Truth is one. Truth is one. You see, lady.
Anita, I didn't make my point too. I didn't finish.
So that you don't have anything to say anymore.
You are not married. You are not married.
So if you're not married, don't say anything.
You're married, man.
Because you're not married, I can't say anything.
Front.
What do you think?
See, there's one thing I think we all need to understand in marriage.
Really?
It is understanding wisdom and knowledge.
Good.
Let's three basic principles. If you are getting into or you get into a woman, and she doesn't have that understanding to appreciate
into a woman,
that wisdom to really.
Bisa is coming on, so you have to wrap up so we can speak to
appreciation.
Bisa is here.
When no appreciation, it becomes very difficult for you to really get it married. These days, you find a lot of young girls, young men on the street. Most of them, Charlie, the IQ is not there.
But
I'm being honest.
But Anita, listen. I totally agree. I mean, I disagree with Portia when she said, I mean, that is not what a woman is supposed to do. You're an independent woman.
That is
the pinnacle. A woman, marriage. Marriage. Don't joke with it. Anita, you see these feminists. You see these feminists.
What
You see, they hide behind. You know what? They hide behind this whole independent woman thing. And then when age catches up with them, then they turn into feminists.
Well, you're still tuning into that.
Age is catch up with you, and I'm surprised you're saying this, Portia. But I don't know when you get married. I'm expecting you to get married. So you're telling me you won't get married. You will get married. No, Gifty Auntie started this whole campaign, and now she's married. Gifty Auntie.
But she's not stopped the campaign.
She said worst things, but now she's married. Gifty Auntie said worst things. She's married. Now you people should stop being feminists. When age catches up with you, you need to accept that age has caught up with you.
Portia, relax. Please. Let Fifi talk.
See, these days, many men, many women out there behave in quotes silly.
Hey.
Then they later in life they struggle for people's wives, and people's husbands too. Yeah. When the men also realize that Charlie, when the thing is getting to Charlie, we need to catch up with some sugar mommy. Then the girls will also be like, well, the age has caught up. We need to also need to get married, but let's patch up with someone's husband.
Okay.
Now but not to go in for a man on my own.
Okay.
At that time, that young boy or that young man.
But isn't that big generalization? You're generalizing it. That's everybody's story is different.
No, but you see, that is why I'm saying that if you need to have that knowledge. that wisdom and understanding.
But isn't it a bit rude to see somebody and say that to her face?
That truth hurts. That the truth also hurts.
All right.
The truth hurts.
Let's tune into Love FM. It's Showbiz Extra.
James has to get married. Hakeem has to do the same thing. For my sister, she's quite young, so I wouldn't want to push her into that. But she should also try.
Mr. Kede is here. Let's talk to Mr. Kede.
Check out my lover, just how we need away. I'm in love with my lady from yesterday. She happens to be my number one woman, me pen no papa. Yes, I can't be KUMA brands, yeah, me no. My lady, I don't feel you, me feel it what you may me will catch him in Jimmy. I'll be a gentleman everywhere we go. Sissy, I don't feel you, me feel it what you may me will catch him in Jimmy. I'll be a gentleman everywhere we go. Your love will be sweet like sugar. I go tell the world say where you come at. Oh, you come over, see me go babana. Now I'm finding come feeling and now I dream we are two. Yeah, so don't be a then I'm on dream. I can't tell me take care sorry. As you don't see me now, I'm a falling. Oh, don't be a man, me go crazy. Jima KUMA na kita. Don't be a psycho, say I would not. Me wanna say Billy, I am me. May will catch him in Jimmy. I'll be a gentleman everywhere we go.
99.5 FM.
On air and online.
My girl.
Well, you're still tuning into Love 99.5 Showbiz Extra, the first edition. And I told you earlier that we have Bisa Kede. Bisa is in the studios, and so he's my first celebrity guest. I think we made history right now. The first celebrity guest on Showbiz Extra. Thank you so much. The first time I met you, the only time I've met you was when Give It to Baba had come.
Yeah, I remember.
Do you remember? I met you outside. I said your song was super amazing. We never met again.
I know, but I've been coming here.
A lot has happened.
I know.
Since we met. What has happened?
Things are going on well.
Good.
We're playing shows.
So you're sitting here right now. If let's say you walked outside and saw that Bisa Kede I met, what would you tell him?
I miss you.
You tell him you miss him. What have you missed about that? What have you missed about him? What have you missed about the old Bisa Kede?
The old Bisa Kede. I'm still the old Bisa Kede that you know.
Nothing's changed.
I mean, nothing's changed.
You got richer.
I mean, the only thing you're going to say is that, oh, why? Because, you know. Yeah, but it's.
What advice would you give him about the industry? I'm trying to imagine what's changed for you. So if you met that Bisa Kede again, what advice would you give him about the industry? What you have learned so far? Yeah.
I just tell him to keep on pushing in the high life. Because it's very important to sell high life to other people, others, those who don't really know how authentic the high life is.
Okay. Yeah. You still tell him to push high life. What would you tell him not to do? To avoid? He should avoid a mass seminar. Or have you done a mass seminar? How? Have you done some mass seminar? How? Hey, Bisa, you're trying to avoid my question. Well, if you just tuned in, you're welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Showbiz Extra. And Bisa, we're talking to Bisa. Bisa has a new one called Hammer. And the buzz around it is you were supposed to have Samoa Jan on it.
True. Are we going to talk about it?
Oh, we'll talk about it soon. But I have a very personal question to ask you.
No problem.
Everybody who you speak to, I hope you won't get offended. You know.
Don't worry, all right.
You're not. All right. So anybody you talk to, Bisa Kede's songs are so good. Bisa Kede's songs. But whenever you're on stage, you're a little laid back. What happens when you're on stage?
I'm not laid back. You know, I've talked about this thing over and over again.
Okay.
Like, the thing is that somebody put it out there. It's in your head. So anytime you see Bisa Kede performing, you have that same notion. You understand? That's how it is. I say we're all in this room, and maybe this guy right here, maybe I will be a founder.
Yeah.
Bro. That's how it is. Like, and maybe it's because of something that that made that thing happen. And then later on is here with us, and you can't find your phone. The next person you watch is him. What I say, that's how it is. Perception, And I mean, I've had enough of that. But all the time I get that same thing again, that same question again. But
has it changed that perception, and what are you doing to change it?
That's how it is. That's the perception. What I say, I go out there, I perform to a lot of people. It is only the media. Somebody will talk about it and everybody will start talking about it. That's how it is. But I play shows every day. I play shows for people every day, all the time, and they are so happy all the time.
So you think we're not being fair to you?
It's not that we're not being fair. The media is not being fair. The thing is that research, you haven't seen Bisakade perform. After you heard about that, go to his concert. What I say? One guy when you share. See for yourself.
It's sabotage. Things about sabotaging you.
Most people don't follow me on my social media pages. Sometimes I put things out there. I play shows. I've been to most of the African countries. I've done a lot of shows there, stadiums, People don't talk about it.
Which one do you think you wish we would all see, because it was lit? It was the one that would put everybody's mind at ease. Everybody should have watched this one.
Liberia.
When you went to Liberia.
Crazy.
How was it?
Stadium. The whole. Was it the country? The whole country. Where everybody came out. It was amazing. And I had the videos on YouTube and on my Instagram and everywhere, Then that's what I'm talking about. People don't talk about it.
Okay.
What did I say? News that
okay.
You understand?
I'm sorry we brought it up though.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm cool.
You're cool.
I'm cool.
Something you've also been talking about. I can imagine you're tired of it. Is you and Becca, was it ever true? But me, I just had to ask. Why?
It was never true. It was never.
Recently, she said it was never true.
No, it was never true.
What was it about then? What was the stance?
It was just music.
Okay.
I did a song with Ifya, one of your own. Nobody talked about it. Nobody said Mini Ifya had something. I did a song with Irene Logan. I've done songs with a couple of the female artists, but nobody talked about it. So why Becca?
Because of the posture, right? But I hear there was some chemistry. Or something was there. Was like something was
no
there.
Chemistry. The distance. There's no chemistry. I mean, okay, the chemistry was that we make beautiful music. I mean, you're clicking when it comes to making music, not making babies.
That made that song so I mean, I'm serious. You can imagine these two are in love and they're singing this song. When I'm listening, I was like, oh, they're so in love.
Babies, but making what?
Music.
They're not making. Okay, so I hear you have another single coming up.
You were saying something.
You and Becca, you have another single coming up.
No.
You don't have any other music coming up?
No.
You would never have...
No, somebody... Okay, you're talking about lipstick. Fine.
There's a song
the thing is that... No.
It's not a song. She had put lipstick on you or something like... Okay.
It's not a song.
It's not a song. What was it?
Somebody designed that. Somebody did that. I saw it on the internet.
Okay.
They tagged me in it. So I just decided to, copy it and post it because it was funny. You understand? But there's no song coming out.
But you're not going to have music with her anymore?
We will. I mean, we will do something, hopefully.
What's the relationship between you guys? Cordial?
Oh. No. Yeah, cool.
You're cool?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, cool, yeah.
You're cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, you're saying cool. I'm a bummer. Well, you're still tuning into
trust me,
Showbiz Xtra days here.
There's absolutely nothing going on between
To all the Bisa fans, I'll give you time to talk to him. And Fifi has a question for you. Yes.
On the issue of not having that had you custom with Becca, I remember about 2 years ago I didn't share from DJ Ruben on Insura. Yeah, Bisa, when Ruben did ask Bisa, I was there myself. When he asked him that question, it took him quite a couple of minutes for him to answer.
That is. But it was act.
It wasn't an act. It was funny.
On TV3,
it was a lot of
Becca
fun.
had a show
because
and then he called in with a surprise. It was in the heat of the moment when people were,
because
that relationship.
She used to be there for me, I used to be there for her. So
let me ask you some of my question.
Okay.
In 2015, run up to 2016, Bisa was the ish on our block. It didn't take quite a long time. Then there was a change of management in Bisa Keda's life. Has he affected him?
The change of management has it affected you?
It does. It hasn't. It hasn't. We've been working, and even though the industry is small, it's huge. You can't say that. I don't know why you were asking that question, but maybe you can say that maybe because I've changed my management, so it's affecting me or whatsoever.
I think it's affecting you for the better. It could affect
exactly.
you for the better.
Okay, fine, I can say that. But I have, ever since I changed my management, it's taken me to places, which is very good to me, and my brand. Yeah.
Have you been speaking to Xylophone too? I say people they talk.
Good question.
Have you also been speaking with them?
No comment.
No comment.
Yeah.
Would you like for them to talk to you? We have Sammy's number.
No comment.
No comment at all.
No comment.
Can I ask my last question?
Yes, last question.
On the issue of you asking Bisa if on the performance aspect, you see, as an artist manager myself too as well, let's all agree we've been in the industry for quite a long time. You see, there are people who are straight away when they are performing, you could deduce that yes, that guy over there, that lady there, she's good. If you ever watch Rihanna, I don't need to go and watch Rihanna play at the Apollo before I say Rihanna is good. Right? I don't need to watch Daddy Lumba and say no, Daddy Lumba's performance is appalling.
You're going to say a word?
No, that's me. I don't need to watch Kojo. Kojo entry, right? On stage and say, wow, Charlie, that Kojo is good.
Because he's been doing it for a very long time.
What happens is that, you see, let's agree to that fact. There are artists called recording artists. And there are artists too, performing artists. So I'm asking Bisa today, is he a recording artist or a performing artist?
I do both.
Why can't you be both? What is wrong with being both?
No, you see, I asked that question because I realized in 2015 when he had Brother and Mansa at the same time, he was playing shows all over. I think on one of the stations, myself and we sat down. I told him I feel he had to slow down some of those things and probably work on his stage. He's good. He has a beautiful music. He is good, but his stage. You see, like
that's what he's saying is perception. And probably that's what works for him.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something?
I'm coming. I'm not working with perception. I'm not working with perception.
You're working with what you know.
Yes, I'm working because I do attend shows. Virtually every shows, yes, I go. You understand it? I remember in 2015 when we did Freedom Concert here in Kumasi.
Okay.
Right. One act was it Kofi Kinata?
Yeah.
I could mention her name. Kofi Kinata and Kaki. They were on stage. Truth be told, the fans were even yelling at them. And truly, they themselves knew things were not moving on right. But soon as Samini got on stage,
to each his own. What are you trying to say? Everybody has got their own.
Yes, I'm coming. No, at that time, Kofi had song in the system that it was even harder than Samini's song. You understand it? It was harder than Samini's song. And now we're standing also that fact to go unplug in 2015 or 2016, if my memory really serves me right on that. It was Pato Rankin here in Kumasi. He was the main act. He performed last. Right, but when he was performing, the crowd were moving. Then he just worked some magic. Then people started getting him back all over again.
Okay,
you see that is.
So you think that's what artists should do?
That's a mark. That's a mark of a good performer. If you ever watch Amachi the day on stage, Amachi on stage, and you watch Lumba on stage, Brakojo is a good friend. Amachi is also a good friend. But truth be told,
that's truth for you.
That's the hard truth.
Listen, and he's speaking about that perception. He wishes everybody would see what he does.
Good.
Now please go and look for his like.
Exactly. That's what I was about to ask. Like, Have you taken your time to watch any of my shows?
Yes, I have quite a couple of them.
Yeah. So what did you see?
Quite a couple of them.
What did you see?
I believe what I saw. I wouldn't want to put that on.
You see, the thing is that
on subject on.
We'll be activating the phone line soon for you guys to come.
So let me
So
say
please
this.
get close to your.
I remember one time
in your phone set.
We had this show. Was it the first show that brought this whole thing up? Yeah, and then I asked the person who said that. What do you see about my performance that is not good? Tell me and let me change. Okay. The person couldn't give me any tangible
reason.
You understand? Oh, you know. So if you can tell me what I have done,
how would I work on it?
Exactly. You see?
How would I work on it?
That's the thing.
James,
see, I wouldn't want us to impute it to only Bisa. I mean, it's just happening.
You see, sometimes let me say this. Sometimes there are technical issues that you don't know about. I can't. You see, and I make as a perception. BBC, I'm a BBI. Ain't you know? Oko stage, the beer. The baby, and you say you can't move the crowd, but the baby, oh yeah.
I mean, like I was saying,
you have that perception in your mind. You know, Ubeka say I can't move the crowd, but that's not how it is.
Yeah.
Like, take for instance, if I'm performing a song like Metamfo. Metamfo is an emotional song.
Yeah. That would have to slow you down.
You understand?
Actions and all that.
It's an a very emotional song, and you want it to touch people.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Don't expect people to be because don't expect people to say men can say they are not feeling it. You understand? But if you start putting it out there, they will start analyzing the whole thing, and then everybody will say, "This is Ghana." You know how it happens.
You think people are not being fair to you?
You understand? No, I'm not saying that. I go outside. I go out there. Besides, why do they call me for shows all the time?
Exactly.
It's true.
All right, let's move on.
I was saying something. Actually, I was speaking. Like I said, I wouldn't want to.
We have to activate the phone line.
I wouldn't want to.
One more to talk about.
This is a general issue that needs time to discuss. I'm happy we know we have recording artists, performing artists. These are two different things.
And you can be both.
There's
nothing wrong with being both.
But then we need to make sure work and know. I wouldn't want us to limit to only him. It's just happening like this because it's here. But it's a general issue. I'm an event person and understand how some of these things work. There are a lot of Ghanaian artists who have not mastered performance. You get it? I think they focus so much on recording and giving us good music, but the other aspect, which is also key, which has to do with marketing the brand, because we're going to call you for shows and all that, has not been mastered yet. A lot of them. If you give me chance, I'm going to mention names. But so if I'm happy that this issue of record labels are coming in, now management would have to be keen on managing and molding these artists. Now it's getting better. It's getting better. So that's where I think would help improve this act of the musicians' performance.
Okay.
Because it needs to be looked at.
All right, Hakeem.
Really
I have a question. And in 2015, Bisa, it was a year for you, and all of us. It was almost like a sacrilege. It was more like. It was something you couldn't explain. Can you tell me, do you think the Ghana Music Awards is credible? And why didn't you win that award? Tell us. Because that year was basically a year everybody was clamoring for Bisa Kida, because you have two bangers. And unfortunately, somehow, it didn't go to you. Tell us, is the Ghana Music Awards credible?
As a you're kind of saying private entity. Yeah, so I mean, but
it's accepted by music and everybody.
The thing is that so somebody called me from Charterhouse, told me that they can only nominate one of my songs, which wasn't fair. You understand? But there was nothing I could do about it.
Okay.
You know, and it's just.
So would you put in your work? For further review?
Of course, why not? They made the award scheme for us, so I mean,
is it credible?
Do you still believe in it? That's the question. Would you still believe in it?
Do you believe in it?
I mean, I knew that everybody.
If you're listening, give us a call now. 0322083596. That's 83596. If you're listening, you want to ask okay, there is something. He's here. You want to tell him something. He's here as well. So give us a call. 0322083596. Let's get to the phone lines, guys. Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. What's your name?
KUMA. This is Kofi Maoli.
Oh, it's evening now. Kofi Maoli, hi. How are you?
I'm very well. On your I'll be like to call Kofi. You know.
All right. You want Kofi? Yeah. Hi, Kofi.
Yeah, I want Kofi.
Anyway, so what would you tell Bisa?
Bisa is actually doing a great work, and I think, as he said, he actually needs to push more, and I know he will surely get up to the ladder. I wanted to comment a little bit about the topic that you were discussing concerning the signing of Shatta.
Oh, can we talk about that one a bit later? Kofi, if you don't mind, give me a call soon. We'll talk about that. But right now we're talking to Bisa, okay? Thank you so much. All right. Good afternoon. Good evening. This is gonna get used to. Good evening. Hi. Good evening. Hi. What's your name?
I'm from Akropong.
Hi, thank you so much for calling. Bisa is here.
Bisa, good evening. Hello, Bisa. Oh, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Bisa, good evening. How are you?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm good, sir. Charlie, we love you. We like your work. But as Amanda was saying, please work on your performance for us. So, because we enjoy the music, all right, but when we come for the shows, and I say a film not on TSL, make up for my why.
Right, thank you so much. All right, next caller. Hi, good evening. Hello.
ANITA, good evening.
Evening, Kalusha. How are you?
ANITA, it's been a while.
I know it has. It's been so long. I hope you're good.
This is a promo that Williams come for me to, to listen to you. It's nice to listen to you, and I like your conversation.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Besides here,
I just want to ask, whether he's married. I like his music, though. He's good. I just want to know whether he's married.
And then, are you banana? Lisa, are you married?
I'm single.
Single. Searching? Not. You want to concentrate on your work?
Oh, but
Kalisha, you heard it for yourself. You heard it for yourself. Let's speak about two more. 0322083596. That's 0322083596. We'll call it a day. Bisa, so what is in store for you, Hama? And what next?
Yeah, Hama,
are we expecting another?
Hama is off. It's off the High Life Connect album.
Oh, you have an album coming up?
Yeah, April.
Okay.
This April, yeah.
It's April.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. What else is on?
And I've got...
All right. Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, sweetie. How are you?
Good, yourself.
I'm great. What's your name?
Sherry Daniel.
Hi, Sherry. How are you?
Good.
That's great. Bisa is here. Talk to him.
He has his own style. Listening to him, he has his own style of doing music. But Ghanaians, when you do your own style and you do fast, they are complaining. So I say he should stick to his style. He's unique in his own way.
Thank you, Sherry. I really appreciate that. Bisa, that was an advice for you. All right. Hi. Good evening. Hello. 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 Are you there? All right. Okay. So, Bisa, Sherry, Daniel was talking about your style. What do you think your style really is? High life.
Yeah.
That's high life.
It is. It is modern high life.
Modern high life. Mm-hmm. That's contemporary high life.
Contemporary.
But did it change along the way? Were you doing Azonto too?
I was before. Like I did Over. Mm-hmm. I did Azonto Ghost.
Yeah. Ooh, that song is good.
I did.
Final caller for the afternoon for Bisa. Hi. Good afternoon. Hi. Hello. Oh, your line is so bad. Hi. Hello.
ANITA.
Yes. Good evening. Oh, your line is really bad. It's very bad. Hi, good evening. Hello. Oh, you're there. I can hear you. Hi, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
Anita, this is Money talking.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for calling. What do you want to tell?
Good to hear your voice back, okay?
Pardon?
I said good to hear your voice back on air.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Miss you.
Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
My DJ
Love FM.
All right. Thank you so much. Do you want to tell Bisa something?
Yeah. Hello, Bisa. Hello, Bisa.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. You keep on doing what you are doing, okay? If you fear not, we will support you anywhere you go, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I think we have to leave it here. So Bisa can talk about what is in store for the album, which is dropping in April. What other songs are on it? Who are you featuring on it?
Okay, so the motive behind the whole album is to sell High Life to other people, you know. Yeah, crossing borders.
Cool.
You know, yeah. So that's why I started featuring artists from,
because I've
Nigeria.
seen you with Ricardo Banks.
Yeah. I did one with Ricardo. I've done one with Pato Ranking.
Okay.
You see or hear an artist from Equatorial Guinea.
Oh,
no, Guinea Conakry.
Are we going to understand
called
their
Soul
language?
Banks.
Are they going to speak in English or their language? Or we have to wait for it?
Wait for it.
Fingers crossed.
Wait for it. Yeah, I have a couple of artists on it, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it going to be called?
High Life Connect.
High Life Connect.
Yeah.
It is dropping in April.
April. Let's just be on the lookout for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Visa.
You're welcome.
You want to say anything?
Well, we have other projects coming, And I didn't buy. I'm in person.
Oh, okay. You don't want to jinx it. That's who Kaka. What a cappella would do.
We've got things. We've got projects. We've got something with the Ministry of Education coming.
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
that's good.
We'll talk about it the next time I'm here.
Please do.
Yeah.
Don't be a stranger.
Yeah.
We're always here for you.
Yeah, and we have shows. We have shows coming on.
Okay.
We have a lot.
So what are you doing in Kumasi though?
Kumasi.
Let me ask.
I came here for something.
Have you seen that something? Have you seen that something? You came here for something. Have you? That's
it's just this thing.
It's not well, thank you so much, Visa. All the best, and we'll see you soon.
You're welcome.
Of course, we're waiting for April as well. We can't wait. Well, that's.
Oh, by the way, sorry.
What?
I just released the Hammer video, so
oh, you did.
In case you haven't watched it.
Asamoah is in it.
No.
Hey.
Yeah.
So how come we're talking about Asamoah? Are we expecting Asamoah to be in?
Expect something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, he did his verse, he did everything, but it was due to some reasons.
Okay.
Something that was beyond our control.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But hopefully.
That's something.
Yeah. Something will come up. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Visa. You've been listening to Visa Katie on Showbiz Extra.
So. I bear fine. I feel where your wife is. I dear who should piano. I feel where who been I say a desire go come. You go get them more than plenty. I dear who should piano. Who been no plenty. Me a who I been piano. On so on and no piano. I wish you well. I name me up. I swim ya missa onto table what I'm putting him. Zawana upa and I said you may bimbo. If it be money you the one guy don't baby bimbo mama. No got you me somebody Zini ama uaman ma uaman is so vabo mummy. My view you get man is so vibe, mommy. Into the messy, Radiana. Why, Radiana? As I carry my problems, come my winning by me. Oh, I'm an insu, but oh, I'm a new boom, jealousy go shame. You go make a massive glory, go be on him.
All right, you're still tuning into Love FM. I love the energy in the studio, and there's something new coming from Bizakede, and that's Hammer. The video is out. Please check it out. This song is lit. This song is one of the ones we know from Bizakede. This song is very good. All right, so earlier we asked the question. Oh, by the way, if you're on Facebook, please go and watch us. We are live on Facebook. We have a question going on as well. Please go comment. The question really is: so your xylophone, you've caught two big fishes. I mean, Stonebwoy here, Shatta Wale here. Who would you give attention to the most? I'm going to go around and then we have you call in. We have very limited time, so we have to do this really fast. Hakim, I'm going to start with you.
Okay. So basically, the question is: you have two big fishes. It's like having Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi in the same team. So in this case, Stonebwoy, Shatta Wale. Okay, so this is it. It's all about the show and the business. You know, I have always said, if you come to music or musically, I will always go for Stonebwoy musically. But when it comes to business, and business goes with the numbers.
Yeah.
Of course, I will always settle on Shatta Wale.
All right, so you go for Stonebwoy when it comes to good music.
When it comes to good music.
But I'm a businessman. I'm xylophone.
Of course,
so basically you're choosing Shatta
of course.
Wale.
That's what I'm saying, that when it comes to music, personally, I will always, on any day, settle for Stonebwoy. I've said this time and again. But when it comes to business, it's show business. And the business is the business that brings the money. It's the numbers that brings the money at the end of the day. So when it comes to that...
So you give more attention to Shatta Wale.
To Shatta Wale, of course. But Anita, you understand, that was what, even before the show commenced, I was telling you. I feel... Now, these are two huge artists in their own right. You know, these are two big superstars. They're doing the same genre of music, and you sign both of them on the same record label. And obviously, somebody has to be the face of xylophone. No doubt about that. So who? Before how do you call it? Before Shatta Wale, it was Stonebwoy who was the face of xylophone. And now Shatta Wale is in. Now, you're talking of people with massive egos. Huge egos. So who is going to lay low for who?
Exactly.
That is it. And I've always said this is going to be a problem looking forward or going forward. This will be a massive problem.
All right.
Trust me, especially with the personality of Shatta Wale.
All right, Portia, who would you give attention to the most?
I'd give attention to... Okay, you know what? Shatta is the riskier choice. But then, I didn't get what Hakeem said when he said when it comes to music, he'd go for...
As in,
you like Shatta Wale's music?
Yes, when it comes to... Yeah, okay. You go for Stonebwoy.
Yeah.
I'd go for Shatta.
You also go for
yes,
Shatta.
I go for
concentrate on Shatta more.
Concentrate on Shatta because I think Shatta pulls more crowds. I think honestly, with the shows that I've seen so far, I think Shatta pulls more crowds. He gets more response from the crowd than Stonebwoy does. I mean, he has his own fan base and everything. But then I think comparing the
Shatta has the numbers.
Yes, Shatta has the numbers. So
right.
if
Amanziba, who would you give attention to the most, Stonebwoy or Shatta Wale? If you're a xylophone.
I'll go for Stonebwoy.
You will give more attention to Stonebwoy?
Yeah. Actually, in the year 2017, one of the most disappointing artists is...
Okay, all right. We don't have enough time, so I'll give this one. James, I have your Facebook messages as well, and if you have time, give me a call too, and then we can pick about 3. Would you give attention to them?
It depends on the vision of xylophone, and I know the vision. The vision is we're going to fight against the world. So you want an artist who appeals to the international market.
Yeah.
Obviously, Stonebwoy. At least it has the BET ticket, which is going to do magic for him. If indeed we're going to market the tune. So I'll
give us a call. If you were a xylophone, who would you give attention to the most, Shatta Wale or Stonebwoy? All right. So Jemfio Poku Festus says xylophone self go sack Shatta Wale. He can't keep his mouth shut.
Oh yes, of course.
Okay, Martin says Shatta Wale because he can sell himself well. Marcus Kobana from Paul Boateng said Shatta Wale. He's a very hardworking guy. Tikuma Phoenix said Stonebwoy, the international artist. Clement Deborah said both, because one is international, the other is local. Avenio Prosper Anthony said none of them, but use them as bait to give upcoming artists a chance to shine. Small Masala Vuitton said Stonebwoy, go go higher. Emmanuel Christopher said Stoneboy. Kweku Baini said Stoneboy, international champion. Dachi Hine Metal said international champion. Also, Asamo said the latter, that is Stoneboy. All right, Joseph Yabua said none of them. Courage also said none of my business. Passing through. Royal Bay said Stoneboy, and then Swansea and Anina Kwa said, why should I concentrate on one artist? Why did I sign both? It's for a purpose. Okay, so you're probably thinking they have something up their sleeves. We'll see. Well, give us a call finally, because we have to make way for Champions. Is it Champions League?
No, ANITA.
We are playing Champions League.
EPO.
Like I hear Valentine's Day is Champions League.
Yeah, that's
that.
The ladies, you are finished. No Val's Day this year. No Valentine's Day this year.
Xylophone. Who would you give attention to the most? Would you give attention to Stoneboy or Shatta Wale? Now you have the two of them. As Hakeem said, who would you make your poster child? Really, give us a call 0322083596. That's 0322083596. Everybody has made their case. Shatta Wale, local champion. Stoneboy, international artist. Hi, good afternoon, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, this is Kofi.
Hi, Kofi. Welcome back. Thank you so much for calling back. Yeah. So, what are you saying, and who would you really pick as your poster child?
Let me just make it very brief, as you're running out of time. For the two, we have the local, we have the international, as all my friends have said it on Facebook. I think he's doing two business here, fighting the world, fighting the local musicians also. So with being in Ghana, I think Shatta is having the big mouth to actually do all the do. And for the international world, we have the BP belt and on Stoneboy. So that is it. So he's doing the two business at a go.
I hear you. Thank you so much, Kofi. Hi, good evening.
Good evening,
Hi, good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Kalusha.
Oh, Kalusha, sorry, I didn't hear that. All right, Kalusha, who would you pick, really? Stoneboy or Shatta Wale?
I will pick Shatta Wale. This guy, he creates controversy in the music industry. And whatever he do is the news. And I tell you what, those guys who sign him, will never leave to beg. I mean, he pulled the crowd. Whether we like it or not, he pulled the crowd. And all his music I hate.
All right. Thank you so much. You pick Shatta Wale. All right. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Sherry?
Yeah.
Hi, Sherry. Welcome back. Who would you pick?
I'll pick Stoneboy. Why? Because Shatta Wale, according to Kalusha, he pulls the crowd in a wrong direction.
Savage, that's savage, Sherry.
We have some.
All
right, so Arsenal and Everton have started. They're into 1 minute 16 seconds. So let's wrap up quickly. I'm so sad we weren't able to talk.
Unfortunately, I think I don't know if next week hopefully we can chip this in, because I had a lot to talk about when it comes to this whole issue. Who is going to be? I've said Shatta Wale has been a local champion for a very long time. Now let's see how Xylophone media projected, because we want to see him.
I think we're all excited about it, because we want to see where they take they'll take both.
Yes, but that is where Stoneboy has made his mark, because he's already won the BET.
Okay.
You understand? So we'll see who is marketable. For now, I think Stoneboy is marketable, but locally, Shatta Wale has the fans. Right. So let's see how it all goes.
Final words, Portia.
Shatta Wale, he's saying he doesn't want locally. He's already made it here. So now he will surprise you. He will surprise you.
You think he will surprise us?
I know he will.
The Nigerian says he's not even popular in Nigeria.
Oh, we're talking about Nigeria.
Vivi, final words.
I am happy today. One of my boys, my elder son, Sean Kobana, is 9 years old today.
Happy birthday,
Sean. I'm very, very happy that I'm seeing my kids growing. Like Reggie will tell you, say, you
like this thing?
The pressure, different. Yeah,
exactly.
So I thank the Almighty God.
Who would you choose finally? Final thoughts. Have you changed your mind? Still Stoneboy?
Yes. You see, Stoneboy for his projection out there, he's got that appeal. But locally, Shatta Wale conquers all. Right. And what I'm expecting from Shatta to do is that Shatta is big locally. He needs to also explore out there to get to that international image.
Okay.
I hope Xylophone wouldn't pay money for stages for Shatta Wale to stand on. I feel they don't do that.
All right, you
I hope they don't do
they
that.
shouldn't be paying.
Yes, because it's big out there. The way modern Nigerians are projecting their act and stuff, I expect same to be done
outside. I mean, to get you given a platform outside.
Like I mentioned earlier, I mean, Stoneboy for now. In the interim, is Stoneboy. I don't know what Xylophone is going to do to sharpen the image of Shatta to appeal to the international market. But for now, it's Stoneboy.
All right, you guys, we're done with the final first edition of Thank you so much, guys.
Don't forget the executive producer for the show.
Definitely.
Champion. DJ. Oh, I know
And thank you, I thank you, Porsche. I thank you, Manziba. Thank you, the Taddy boy. Thank you so much for listening. I hope it was worth your while. We're back next week, Saturday. Let's get to EPL.
Float from Mesut Ozil to try and find Ramsey. The ball shoots high into the night and it falls back down on the edge of the penalty area. Iwobi couldn't quite get the shot away, just wouldn't fall with the youngster. And in the end, Arsenal falls back wide again. Here's Mesut Ozil on the right-hand side. It's a sustained